Hello and welcome to Know Thy Word. I'm Bill Connolly, your host, your friend, your companion, your partner in life as we stroll through this journey of life, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction. And I want to thank you for being here and listening in to today, and wherever you are, just want to say welcome. Glad you're here. Today we will be reading Psalm 6 from Spurgeon and the Psalms. So I'm going to read the Psalm first, and then there's a little devotional portion. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger, nor chasten me in your hot displeasure. Have mercy on me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are troubled. My soul is greatly troubled. But you, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver me. Oh, save me for your mercy's sake, for in death there is no remembrance of you. In the grave, who will give thanks? In the grave, who will give you thanks? I am weary with groaning. All night I make my bed, swim. I drench my couch with my tears. My eyes waste away because of grief. It grows old because of all my enemies. Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. For the Lord has heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord has heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. Let all my enemies be ashamed and greatly troubled. Let them turn back and be ashamed suddenly. It says on the top there, a prayer of faith in time of distress. To the chief musician with stringed instruments on 8-stringed harp, a psalm of David. When souls have a sense of sin, it is enough to make the bones shake. It is enough to make people's hair stand up on, and to see the flames of hell beneath, an angry God above, the danger and doubts surrounding. Well, might they say, my bones are troubled. Lest, however, we should imagine that is merely bodily sickness, although bodily sickness might be the outward sign. The psalmist goes on to say, my soul also is greatly troubled. Soul trouble is the very soul of trouble. It matters not that the bones shake if the soul is firm, but when the soul itself is also vexed, this is agony indeed. But you, O Lord, how long? This sentence ends abruptly, for words failed and grief drowned the little comfort that dawned upon him. The psalmist had still, however, some hope, but that hope was only in his God. He therefore cried, O Lord, how long? The coming of Christ into the soul in his priestly robes of grace is the grand hope of the penitent soul. And indeed, in some other form or other, Christ's appearance is and ever has been the hope of the saints. And that was from Psalm 6, from Spurgeon's Spurgeon and the Psalms. And most of the Psalms were written by David, so he's obviously he's got some burdens and troubles there. He's crying out. Let me look real quick. Verse 6 there. I am weary with my groaning. All night I make my bed swim. I drench my couch with my tears. My eyes waste away because of grief. It grows old because of all my enemies. I am weary with my groaning. How often do we weary ourselves out with our groaning? I mean, I can't say for you, but I can speak for me. Sometimes I get very weary and I groan and I complain about certain things, and yeah. Well, it's just something to think about, But when I cast those burdens on God, or ask God for, help me, Lord, or guide me, lead me, bless me with wisdom, I can walk through those moments, but hopefully, Lord willing, I do less groaning and more praising. But so that was Psalm 6. So I want to thank you for being here, and I guess a couple, where are we at as far as updates? So I hope you're doing the challenge with us for the month of May. Here we are. Let me look at the calendar real quick. So for the month of May, we are doing the Proverbs. We're doing 1 Proverbs a day. So there's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. So if you missed a few, that's okay. Start whenever you start listening, start there. And then we'll continue. And we'll be continuing to read Psalms. We also have a Celebrate Recovery segment as well. So, and Celebrate Recovery is the Christ-centered recovery program that deals with all of life's hurts, habits, and hang-ups. And if you're not familiar with that, you can go to celebraterecovery.com and you can find out more information about that. But Celebrate Recovery, it's a great program. It's Christ-centered. It's a great place to find freedom from all of life's hurts, habits, and hang-ups. And we do that at there's Celebrate Recoveries all over the world, but if you're in the Tampa area or Land Lakes, you can come to Resonate Church, and we meet every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., which is kind of cool. So we'd love to have you there and be a part of the Forever family. There's also Celebrate Recoveries programs at different times if that doesn't work for you. Most Celebrate Recoveries have programs that are usually typically Monday through Friday, and they're normally about 7 p.m. at night. What's nice about Resonate Church, ours is Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. So it's kind of cool. I mean, that's a nice different time change. So, but if, what else? Also, if you don't have a home church, we'd love to have you at Resonate Church. We're Christ-centered church. We preach from the Bible. We believe the Bible is the inherent Word of God. What else? Resonate Church meets at Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, so we'd love to have you there as well. What else do we have? Just trying to think of some announcements. Oh, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, grumblings or groans, because sometimes we groan, and but if you need to groan, send me an email. That's fine. I'd love to listen. No judgment. Like I said, I want to be your friend, companion, partner as we go through life and learn and grow. So that the email is knowthywordpodcast@gmail.com. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you for listening. Be a blessing. Don't forget, God and I love you. Okay, guys, I love you. Take care. Be a blessing. Goodbye.